Santa's Little Helpers, Jacob Hester and
Matt Flynn,
are taking over Off the Bench, presented by All-Star Toyota. Tune in for some naughty and nice sports talk this Christmas season. Live from
Raising Cane's
studio, here's Jacob Hester and
Matt Flynn.
Yo! Yo! Welcome in, OTB, here on this Monday. Jake Flynn, Alondra Tate, and Matthew. Got a special guest here, bud.
We do have a special guest. We have my second born, my oldest little girl, Tuzette Flynn in the house. She's producing right now. She's a producer in training. And I don't know if you heard that, but you heard a sweet little yo right there.
Yeah, when Alondra's out,
yep,
gotta have somebody fill in.
She's
That's so true.
So take notes, Tuz.
Make sure you're learning back there.
You're going to be my backup.
She's working both boards right now,
right.
so
it's not a big deal. Yeah, ever since a couple weeks ago, if y'all remember, her older brother, Huck, was here. So whatever big brother does, Two's got to come in after that and one-up it, right? I told y'all she was excited. She was more excited about this than I think Christmas morning.
Yeah.
But
it's the only way we got you here today, too.
There's no doubt.
Because y'all are taking off, spending Christmas down in Florida. And so
yeah,
we're going to get you here. You were supposed to be out today.
We weren't going, but I had guaranteed her that she could come on radio or come to radio before Christmas. So this was the only time we could do it with the whole school schedules and all that. So, we're staying a few extra hours, but we will be in the car, en route, kids in tow, presents in tow this afternoon. And excited about it. And you are just finishing up your little Christmas trip, buddy.
Yes.
You were out Friday in absolutely electric sports talk radio Friday morning.
How'd it go? I think I stayed, what was it, for like
You
an
stayed
hour?
the rest of
the last
time.
like 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
How'd that go? That was pretty smooth?
Yeah, the new, like the FaceTime, great job by Alondra Tate setting that up. I mean, it's super easy.
You don't need the kit. And we talked about that before. I did the show. I was like, so what if I got miss and we go on a little trip or something? No, you can do it from the hotel. You just got to take the kit.
Yeah.
Don't have to do that anymore. It's a little FaceTime sitch.
No, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't have to, I guess, unless you're truly hosting. I wouldn't bring.
You just had your AirPods, right?
Yeah, I just had my AirPods. Yeah.
It sounded fine.
But if I was having to host on location, I'd have to bring my small little travel kit that I have. Yeah. This just makes it sound a little bit smoother, but I mean, that's super easy. I was in my mom's kitchen, just with the AirPods in.
Live, laugh, love in the background.
Yeah. For me in my house, we will serve the Lord. I was nothing says grandmother's house like that sign in the background.
I gotta tell you, the setup actually looked good too. I know Matt saw it. I know he pulled up the YouTube after he left. He was probably
I was watching
really
while I was
locked
driving
in.
down the interstate.
Okay, well, when we have video calls, the caller's in the middle, so I had to super zoom in both cameras. So it was
see, I
me,
can't
Jake,
see that.
Alondra, 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
It actually worked well.
Nice work, team.
How'd we do on our picks?
2-1, and then mine, of course, is tomorrow night. So we don't know
Taylor's is the
we don't know
some
yet.
weird bowl game.
Oh, you picked a
The Frisco Bowl guys, UNLV, Ohio.
So only
Wait,
ours two hit. I
And
forgot what
then
you.
He picked under 51.5, and for some reason,
I went Minnesota.
Did it hit?
no, because the fourth quarter they both scored
decided
two
to
touchdowns.
score back to back.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I mean, it was 20
Which
total
game was
going
it?
into the fourth
It was,
quarter.
the Lions and the Steelers,
Under 51.
which was
51.5.
a wild game.
Yeah.
With a even wilder ending.
See, I've only read the ending because I was driving.
Yeah.
And it popped up on my watch. I'm one of those double takes. That's how that game ended because I watched most of it before we got started on the road. And
That was fantastic football, dude. It was.
The Steelers kind of good.
The Steelers are kind of sneaky good. To win in Detroit's hard to do. Always.
Yeah, for sure.
And so they were driving down, and they missed, I think, a 36-yard field goal to go up by 8.
Yeah.
So the Lions get it, and they were the Steelers defense was gassed. They were getting oxygen on the sideline. They drive down, and it was a 4th down, and I've never seen this before. They make an incredible play at the end. So it's 4th down. I believe it was goal.
Yeah.
And Amon-Ra St. Brown, he gets he catches the pass like on the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
He gets stuffed. He's getting pushed back. Everybody stops because forward progress, they thought, but he pitches it to Jared Goff. Jared Goff runs in and dives in the end zone for the game, what would be the game-winning touchdown.
Yeah.
And so, but everybody's like stops. They're like, oh, they probably called it dead. Was there a whistle? Blah, blah, blah. But then there's a flag thrown. And so they say there's offensive pass interference. Then they also said that it was ruled a touchdown on the field. But because it was an offensive touchdown, you don't get to do the play over again. So obviously the penalty was accepted. But but in the NFL, if there's 0 time left on the clock on an offensive penalty, you don't get an extra play. So they ruled it a touchdown.
Right.
But offensive pass interference
was it
accepted. OPI? It was a tight call. I think there's a lot. I mean, it's speculative, but he did. I mean, he came in and pushed.
By the letter of the law,
he did. He shouldered and pushed off on Jalen Ramsey to get open, and it was, you could tell that the play was kind of designed to go to him. It was like an inside like pivot, like a deeper type pivot route, like a get open type route. If it wasn't Amon-Ra, and it wasn't like probably the first, so you could tell like Jared Goff was trying to look off and pump to the right and then come back to him. It wasn't like so clearly a play designed to where like he's got to get open. Yeah. Then maybe not. And it wasn't like their star number 1 receiver, but it was quite a finish. I was cheering hard because I want to see Aaron get in the playoffs. So all things kind of working out for the Steelers right now.
Did Dan Campbell lose his mind?
They choked Dan Campbell a ton, which is odd.
Dan Campbell, it's a weird look. It's still a weird look for me to see Dan Campbell calling plays.
Yeah.
Like he's sitting there calling all these big 4th and 1 situations, fourth and long situations. I'm like, has he got the chops to do this? I have no idea. Apparently he does, though.
All right, Dan.
All right, Dan. I see you.
So that probably means that they're out, though. I mean, a lot would have to happen.
Yeah, there's a lot happening in that NFC North right now, especially with the Bears beating the Packers on Saturday night, right at the end. Caleb Williams, my God, ice in your veins now.
I think Detroit
Dobbs does not have ice in his veins.
I think Detroit has to win their next 2.
It's the Guardian Cap.
And Green Bay has to lose their next 2 in order for the Lions to get in.
Lions have to win.
And Green Bay has to lose their next 2.
And I believe, I remember going into the Packers-Bears game, the Packers had an easier road to finish out than the Bears did. So I think the Bears finish off with the Niners and Lions. I can't remember who the Packers have, but they have who they play is not as tough.
I think if the Colts lose tonight, then I think that gets the Chargers automatically in the playoffs. I think they clinch. They need the Texans, who almost lost to Vegas, or the Colts to lose.
Yeah, right.
Because they beat the Cowboys. I don't know if Tate I don't know if he was
they beat
speaking
the
in
Cowboys.
on his ex, but
I like what's going on with your Bucks, buddy.
They have forgotten. No, they have forgotten.
Tate started liking them.
They've forgotten how to win. First off, they have a bad head coach.
They got Tate.
They have a bad head coach. I've always believed that, but and I mean they started 5-2. They're 7-8.
Chance of MVP ringing through that stadium earlier in the year.
And people are going to make the excuse of like, oh, well, they're banged up. They were banged up when they were 5-2. I mean, they're actually probably healthier now than they were to start the season. So, they've
lost the Panthers twice.
No, so they play the Panthers in 2 weeks.
Again in 2 weeks,
okay.
Yeah.
But the last 3 weeks, Falcons, Saints, Panthers, 3 straight division losses.
That's a tough division.
And they're more talented.
It's a tough division.
They're also more talented than all 3 of those teams. So, the defense can't stop a nosebleed right now.
Ew.
Thank God for that game last night. Thank God for the Packers and Bears game, because outside of that, football-wise, wasn't a whole lot, guys. Wasn't a whole lot.
Yeah,
JMU and Oregon.
NFL's a good product.
Yeah, JMU, Oregon, which we'll get to. We'll get to Tulane and Ole Miss. Oklahoma, Alabama was just a tale of 2 halves. 2 quarters, really. First and second quarter for Oklahoma. Texas A&M, Miami is kind of my jam for style of football. No, it's not for a lot of people. That game was...
It's probably boring for a lot, but
little fuzzy.
I thought it was boring.
Yeah, I get it.
Are we done experimenting with the G5 teams in the playoff? Because
I know it's a deeper conversation than here in the first segment, but And I've championed for, them to have an opportunity and get in, but those games had no juice.
Zero juice.
If you're not a fan of one of the teams that was playing.
Yeah.
Like none.
Like the Oregon game was literally all Oregon.
Yeah.
JMU held their own.
They scored in the fourth quarter. Yeah.
They did.
It's fourth quarter score.
In the first couple drives, they did, but inevitably that's what's going to happen in that game.
I mean, look, we had talked about it a little bit of two of them getting in. Look, shout out to them. They're down the road. Tulane never should have been in the playoff. I thought it should have been not Notre Dame. I thought it should have been BYU instead of Tulane. I mean, BYU lost twice to Texas Tech, who looks like they're elite.
Not Notre Dame?
No. By the way, their fans during the Miami Texas A&M game, I saw people say Notre Dame would beat both of these teams. And I'm like, no. Like, you actually lost to both of these teams.
They lost to both.
Both.
That's why they're in the playoff.
Literally both.
It's like you actually won. Like, you lost to both of these. We saw this game.
You imagine somebody like typing that out and feeling good about it. Like, yeah. Sin.
Watch this.
Yeah.
We got better.
Actually, you lost to both.
That might be one of the reasons why the committee didn't put him in, because they knew they put Miami there because they knew they had to go to Texas A&M. They're like, well, we've already seen this one. Yeah. They lost.
Yeah.
Also saw a lot of
bad
tweets from Notre Dame fans saying, like, watching the Tulane game and the JMU game, Notre Dame, the game would be way better if Notre Dame was in it. Well, yeah. You're saying you're better than Tulane?
Yeah.
Congrats, bud.
Big whoop. BYU, and then, like you said, who is it? Duke won the ACC, and they're 7-5. I guess if you're gonna do like the ACC, who won the championship, at least put Duke in there.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that got Tulane in was because they did beat Duke in the regular season. But
the ACC, like
Duke should,
how it wasn't
been
Miami,
more competitive than probably both.
Yeah.
How it wasn't Miami and Georgia Tech in the ACC championship game still confuses me.
I don't know how
they're gonna make changes to the tiebreakers because of it, though.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't think that the SEC championship game should have been Bama, and because Texas A&M had a better record than they did, and the tiebreakers what got them in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to pretend like I even have heard, or come close to understanding what those tiebreakers. Well,
every conference
really
has different ones. That's kind of the point that a lot of people are making is like there's no uniformity to any of it. Like the ACC has different than the SEC.
Yeah.
Nobody really has the same tiebreakers.
And so my opinion was that Duke should have been in the playoffs, and it was like the only person that thought that, pretty much, because why have Power 4 conferences if you're not letting the champion in? Like having some sort of metrics. But I understand everybody. College football is a little bit different than NFL football because your Power 4 are playing a different level league. It's a different league than the Group of Five, right? So it's I get it, and we'll have to get into this in other conversations. Yeah. We got a lot of time today. This is just the first segment. Usually we just talk about how we're doing. We're getting real sporty right now.
I know.
So that's on us. That's our bad. We'll take accountability. We'll go watch the tape. We'll get better. We tried to be like a real sports show for that first segment.
Yeah.
Who are we?
Well, we only got you for a couple hours today, so we got to
pump the brakes. We're leaving a little bit early.
We got to get all the juice out while we're here.
It's not like a hard stop. It's just like trying to get a little bit convenience on getting everything packed up and out the door today.
Well, if you'd have prepared last night.
Already had the
car I did, but there's a lot to do. This ain't just a normal road trip. This is a Christmas road trip.
That's fair.
So you got to tie the tree to the roof of the car.
Yeah, tie the tree to the roof of the car.
You don't sell trees there?
Huh?
You don't sell trees there?
You don't already have the tree?
Yeah. Gosh. Prepare, guy.
All
right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back.
Off the bench.
Well, thankful for you and all of us. Boudreaux's prepares better than Matt. So go to boudreauxelectrical.com.
That's rude.
You can get that free Generac quote today. Top right corner of the website. It is always more protection. It's more power. It's the ultimate peace of mind over there at Boudreaux's. So get in contact with them today. Have that conversation. Have them come out. Look at your space. Know exactly where you're going to put that whole home generator. And it is a very quick process. 985-397-1562 and the 985 and the 225 is 225-300-9389. Again, boudreauxelectrical.com. More power, more protection.
That's right. We've talked about all holiday season, giving your family that gift of peace of mind. What is peace of mind? It is knowing that no matter what is happening outside with the clouds, with the weather, with the barometric pressures, that you're going to have lights on at your house. Protect your house, protect your family, protect your things, protect the stuff in the freezer. Get you a whole home generator at boudreauxelectrical.com.
I wonder where you are right now. Wait a minute. We three kings of Orient.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
Guys are lost.
Wise men don't get lost, Felix.
So you're saying they know what this...
All right, welcome back in, OTB. Live from the Raising Cane studio.
This good?
All right, what's this one from? The Star.
The Star,
Here, tell
the
them.
movie.
The Star.
The Star, that's right. If you're just joining us, that is Tuzette Flynn on the ones and twos back there. DJing right now.
This was her request.
That's right.
This is her
Will
favorite
say-
Christmas song.
You say you didn't have to go this hard with
Right.
the
Yeah,
music.
you went pretty
out
hard.
The gate.
You could have saved this one.
You could have like warmed us up into it out the gate.
Uh-huh. If you haven't seen The Star, what a great little movie.
It's so good.
Yeah, try to watch it without tearing up just a little bit.
You tear up?
Yeah, well, Dad did for sure. Looking at that sweet little baby Jesus.
Oh, all right. Let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
All right, go to GoFlow IV Spa at GoFlowIV.com. GEAUX. FlowIV.com. 225-953-8150 is the number. It is that time of year. It is sniffle season. So if you want to get ahead of it, or if you've already got the old sniffles, go see them over at GoFlow. They have got a plan. They have got a solution for you. You can check out membership packages as well, all on the website, GoFlowIV.com.
Yeah, this is probably a good thing for you to think about. If you're a parent out there, you got kids bringing God knows what home from school. There is lots of things, stomach stuff, flu stuff. There's stuff all over the place. Protect yourself. Boost that immune system with little Myers cocktail this time of season. Oh, if you're looking for a little stocking stuffer, how about a little gift card or something? Little something. Give your buddies, give your spouse, whatever it is, a little free IV therapy right over there. GoFlowIV.com.
All right, the New Orleans Saints. They did it. They made Lou Brown happy. It's called a winning streak. It has been done here before.
3 in a row.
They get it done over.
A really good Jets team. Really solid team. They're not just some team.
Yeah, okay. They get it done over the New York Jets. You can call them what you want, but either way, they get it done, and now they do win their third game in a row. You're at the Buccaneers. You win 24-20 against the Carolina Panthers, 20-17, and here against the New York Jets at home, you win 29-6. So I said they were going to win 4 of their last 7. They're going to maybe win more than that.
Might win 5.
They might. You got a chance to. You got at Titans, even though they beat the Chiefs. I mean, wow, Patrick Mahomes. What's he mean to that team?
Wait, they beat the Chiefs
Yeah,
this yesterday?
pretty bad.
29-6?
Yeah,
26-9.
26-9.
Holy cow.
Gardner Minshew tore his ACL as well.
Honestly, this is the first time the Chiefs have
Yeah.
ever played football in like a decade where it didn't matter.
Yeah,
Meaningless football.
and it
Did you
was
see
very
did you
meaningless.
see the inactives before the game?
No.
On Thursday, they were like, all these guys are inactive. There's like 12 guys.
Yeah.
It was like, none of you were hurt,
It looked like the Saints like last 10 games last year.
pretty much.
So the Saints actually have a really decent chance of finishing the season 7-10.
Wow. Did anybody have the Saints? Like, we did early season projections on wins. I think the majority of the public was probably choosing like 4, maybe 5 wins. I think we might have chose 5 or 6 just because we, being homers.
Yeah.
Maybe 6. But
Yeah.
yeah 7 would be
Right.
phenomenal. Is that like,
Considering where you were when, I mean, you had 2 wins and you're deep into the schedule. I mean, you're deep. You're week 12 and you got 2 wins.
Well, with 5 games left.
So, I understand it. I get it. The playoff talk and the draft choice talk and like where you're at right now, and you want to get a better pick and you wanted a top 3 pick. Like, I understand all of that, but like, you found your quarterback, and your quarterback room is really healthy right now. I mean, think about what Tyler Shough had available in this game against the Jets. Again, that you win 29-6. Okay, his receivers, he had Chris Olave. Basically, that's it. I mean, because Mason Tipton was your 2 in this game. You had Juwan Johnson. You had Taysom Hill, obviously, at the tight end position. I mean, you had Kevin Austin Jr. out there. Like, Dante Pettis was active for this game. You didn't have a lot to work with. And the Jets, not great against the run defensively, but they were pretty good against the pass coming in when you look at the stats of the season. So you didn't really have anybody out there outside of Chris Olave that is probably going to factor into the receiver room next season, and you still found a way. In fact, like, you were down all your running backs too.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Audric Estime was your starting running back.
Yeah, I'm looking at this run. Like, you talk about no help, like a tough situation for a offensive coordinator, play caller, and a quarterback to go into. Now, of course, you're playing the Jets, and we get that. And let's just say they're still an NFL football team with good players. All right,
yeah,
they're a terrible team, but they're still in the NFL. Okay,
right.
So it doesn't matter if you limp into any game. Check out the Chiefs yesterday. We just talked about it. They got crushed by the Titans, who had 2 wins going into that one.
Yeah. So
if you limp into any game not prepared, you can lose, especially if you don't have like the top to bottom roster talent like the Saints zone. But you go into it and you don't have any running backs, right? I'm looking at the stats right now. I think you had 5 rushes total from Audric Estime and 5 from Evan Hull. After that, it's Taysom Hill. There's a lot. We knew that Taysom Hill would play a bigger role in this offense yesterday because he had to. This is just the numbers. But when you don't have that threat, it's harder to call plays. It is harder to play quarterback. And what they did yesterday was probably really refreshing for Saints to see. Just like despite back against the wall, a little bit of odds against you just because of the injuries and things.
Right.
Scratch the team you're playing, but for them to go out and find a 29-6 victory, defense played great. You're playing a 3rd, 4th string quarterback, but still hold them to 6 points. Tyler Shough, 32 of 49, 308 yards, 1 touchdown. No blemishes, no interceptions. Was sacked 3 times for 18 yards, but nearly a 90-point QBR.
Yeah.
And just a really solid outing. And he continues to show that, hey, guess what? Guess what, Saints? Y'all can build around me. You don't need to be looking in that first round. Don't need to be looking in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th. I'm the guy. Build around me. Let's get some talent. And I'll tell you, every time that the Saints go out and win a game right now, don't worry about draft position. Worry about winning games. Worry about how your veterans talk and speak and present themselves in press conferences after the game and in the media throughout the week right now.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is you're attracting free agents.
Yeah.
When you have happy veterans that are talking good and have Taysom Hill getting emotional about his time and how special it means to be.
Chris Olave saying like he wants to be back in New Orleans.
When you have that happening on top of victories, you make yourself more presentable, more attractive to veterans. And it's been a minute since veterans have wanted to come from all over different parts of the country, different teams, and have New Orleans as a destination, as a landing spot. Well, you can make the argument now that it could be. You got a young quarterback on a rookie deal.
Yeah.
You got a brand new head coach, play caller that's starting to come into his own, and you can say, hey, look, he's a young play caller. Everywhere he's been, it's been successful. Look what happened to the Eagles when he left. It's because he's got those offensive chops.
Yeah.
So you got all this really, really good stuff. And like the biggest one is, guess what? Rookie contract quarterback, got him for 4 years. Like we're going to build around that. I think veterans that are looking to go make an impact, a quick impact, always look at those type of situations.
Yeah.
For one, they can get paid more.
Right.
But for 2, they just know that there's going to be guys around them. So when those veterans get on the microphone, watch for that stuff. When those vets and they get on social media and talk about it, people are watching all over the country. So, look, I'm not going to say it's like the number one destination by any means, because there's still state
you
tax.
Certainly helped.
Yeah, it helped.
You have helped.
You went from like a place that people are like, nah,
heck
dude,
no,
hell no, I'm not going to New Orleans. Heck no, I'm not going to New Orleans. Sorry, my bad.
Sorry, jeez, Pete.
I almost made it through 2 seconds.
Notice who said heck. Not your dad. The Saints also
hit you with a face palm.
Hit me with a face palm.
the Saints also, like, we talk about their quarterback room and like where it's at, and like now you have the option to go get a game changer, like on the edge. Or maybe you go get a receiver to help Chris Olave, but you can do that maybe in the second round. Maybe get a receiver too, because Chris Olave, to his credit, we've been begging, be a receiver one, take over the team, take over the room, and he's done that over the last couple of weeks. So if you're able to re-sign him, now if you don't, like, you got to go get a guy, obviously a playmaker with the first pick, but like you have changed your path in the draft, I think, and so because look, you have 2 quarterbacks right now in your quarterback room that have a better QBR this year than Aaron Rodgers, Justin Fields, Jacoby Brissett, Tua Tagovailoa, Geno Smith, J.J. McCarthy, Cam Moore, 2, right? And Tyler Shough is going, obviously, in the right direction. So you have the ability now, and I know you're picking, 8th if the season ended today. Like, you have the ability now to look at your draft board, see where your biggest need is. You don't have to draft that quarterback, which you were maybe going to have to reach for a quarterback before Tyler Shough started winning games.
And I still want them to focus on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Because you got to lean into what you are and who you've decided to be at this point. You decided to take an offensive head coach who's an offensive play caller. You decided to take a quarterback in the second round. Well, both of those things are starting to pan out. So lean into what the path that you've chosen to go down at this point. Of course, there's so many places of need that you have to have on this roster. I get it, but I would say I would still lean to the offense. Like, love to have another lockdown corner. You love to have some more defensive linemen. There's so many positions. You go down each position group, you can figure that out. But are we to the point yet? So, Chris Olave, I think we can all agree, really good. Bless you. Bless you. We're good?
Taylor just
dude, that one
out of his chair.
That one like hurt.
That one hurt a little bit.
That was an old man.
That was such an old man.
Sorry, guys.
Look, I get it too.
out.
I get it. Like, the older I get, like, the more intense my sneezes get for whatever reason.
I did.
Saying. Like, I'm stereotypical.
He really did.
Just wait.
This man was like halfway out the door.
Oh man,
Kind of was.
Yeah, just wait. Like, once you turn 40, there's more theatrics involved with the sneeze too.
Well, there is. All right, big win for the New Orleans Saints. We'll certainly get back to that.
Yeah, I do, because I want to ask some more questions about Chris Olave and what do we think? Is he going to continue to be your number one? Do we think he has elevated his play to a number one receiver status?
Let's do it when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, we've been telling you over the last couple of weeks, big things are happening at Bally's Baton Rouge Casino and Hotel. Big things happening in downtown Baton Rouge. If you're looking for a night out, it is the spot in the capital city. From all your favorite table games and slots to incredible dining options now. Remember, they have 5 brand new restaurants right there. Incredible experience. Obviously, if you're gaming, incredible hotel experience. They've completely renovated all 10 stories of the hotel. Every room got an upgrade, incredible suites as well. So they've got everything you need for a first-class getaway right here in Baton Rouge, whether it's a date night, maybe a weekend escape, maybe a staycation, or you're just going to hang out after work at that brand new DraftKings Sportsbook. They've got you covered. Go check out the new Bally's in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, first-class dining, too. Hearth Pizzeria, handmade dough, wood-fired pizza, Shuck's Oyster Bar, fresh Gulf oysters, vintage 806 with cheer-weighted wine bar, rotating specials. They got a coffee shop. They literally got everything. Go have a great date night. Go have a great time. You got yourself an upgrade. Baton Rouge, Bally's of Baton Rouge.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some
All right, welcome back in OTB. Remember, when your project has to be done the right way the very first time, you always call Pala. For over 50 years, Pala Group has been a Gulf Coast leader in industrial construction, from storage tanks and pressure vessels to fabrication, maintenance, and full-scale plant solutions. Their commitment to safety, quality, and on-time delivery is second to none. We always tell you, it does not matter the size of the job. It does not matter how difficult it feels like it is going to be. When you call Pala, they make sure that it's going to get done the first time, as we always say. They're going to bring that experience over 52 years here in the business, and there's nothing they can't handle, nothing they haven't seen. Visit palagroup.com to learn more. Again, that is palagroup.com. All right, last segment, talked about the New Orleans Saints, winners of 3 games in a row, now 5-10. Now 5-10 on the year. Tyler Shough looks great. Had another big game yesterday. But as we mentioned, so did Chris Olave. He's got 16 targets in this game, 10 catches, 148 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's coming off a game where he had 6 for 85 and a touchdown against the Carolina Panthers. So I know it hasn't been the totality of the season. We've talked about him and, saying he needed to step up to become a true number 1 receiver, because there was a lot of people, including us, that thought maybe Rashid Shaheed at one point was the number 1 receiver. You trade Shaheed to Seattle, and he's raised his level of play. He's had a couple of 100-yard games here. I know 200-yard games isn't going to say, hey, number 1 guy, you got to go pay him number 1 money, but you can certainly see he has been a different player. And now he's over 1,000 yards on the season. He's got 92 catches, which is 6th in the NFL. His 1,044 yards is 8th in the NFL. He's got 8 touchdowns, which is tied for 8th. He's put together a really solid season. And he said he wants to be in New Orleans. Now he's got to become your main target in free agency to resign him and get him back on his team.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that you didn't really know. Just like earlier in the year, I don't think anybody was harder on him, probably this show. Just talking about early in the season, just didn't seem like he wanted to go make that play. And we don't know. We don't know what was so in our opinion, we were like, well, does he really want to be here with the Saints? It's a bad team and they're not winning, blah, blah, blah. But then he comes out before the trade deadline. It's like, no, I'm here. Like, I want to be in New Orleans. And it's like, that is such a refreshing thing to hear for all the Saints fans. And there's an argument to be had still, even with his production and how he stepped up. Would you consider him a number 1 receiver on an NFL football team? And statistically, absolutely. But I still, there's this, I think Kellen Moore has done a really good job of getting him in space. I think he could be a number 1 receiver that considered, but I think when you think about those type of guys, you think of these big guys, or at least real physical, aggressive guys that can get open one-on-one coverage, make contested catches. And I don't think that's his game. He can be a number 1 receiver just in a different way. He's not going to look like a lot of these other quote-unquote number 1 receivers. But I think it's just everybody's got to make this decision, make this opinion themselves. If you're looking at bringing in somebody, it's like, do I need to bring in a true number 1 receiver, or do I kind of, do what they did with Vela, just get a bigger body that I could go make those contested throws, who's still our number 2, 3, 4 guy, but he's a contested throw guy. But the problem is you usually want to go to your number 1 guy on the big situations, the big down and distances. You saw it last night or yesterday late in the game. With the Lions going to their number 1 guy. They went to Amon-Ra. Fourth and forever, you know where they're going to go. Right. And he found a way to get open. Now they called it OPI, which, 50% of the time they're not calling that. But a guy that's physical and can make those tight catches. So I still am of the opinion that, Olave's not a true number 1, but he's a hell of a receiver. Yeah. And he is a great tool to have, a great weapon to have. And he can be like that 1A, 1B type guy. I still think you need another guy that is going, you feel real confident, because we've seen Olave time and time again this year not make the contested throws, not make the catch on a really crucial down, all season long, right? But it's hard to knock him on anything because he goes out and has incredible production.
Right.
So I still don't think he's that true number one.
Yeah.
But he's a great receiver. And we talked about it before trade deadline. We're like, yeah, Olave's probably going to get traded somewhere that has a true number one and be absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Because he does have that talent. He's great in space. He's a really clean and crisp route runner. He understands the concept. He understands where he is in the progression. Doesn't outrun the window that he's trying to get in.
Right.
He does a lot of really good things, and he's a great weapon for Kellen Moore to have. But it's still, hey, if it's 3rd and 13, do you trust him on a one-on-one situation? If you have to have a touchdown at the end, do you trust him going up and making a contested catch to win the game or to tie the game? Like, do you trust that? And we've seen that not yet. I don't trust that yet, but I trust him to go out and be a heck of a receiver and have a lot of production.
Yeah, the only guys that have more yards than him, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Puka Nacua, George Pickens, Jamar Chase, St. Brown, Trey McBride, Nico Collins, and then it's Chris Olave. He's got more yards than Zay Flowers, CeeDee Lamb, Jamison Williams, Cortland Sutton, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Tedero McMillan, Justin Jefferson, Jalen Waddle. So you kind of see the names that he's ahead of. But I agree with everything that you just said. And if you could pair him with that receiver that you're talking about, because the receiver that you're talking about doesn't have to be a 1,200-yard receiver. He just has to be a guy on 3rd and 12 when you throw it up. Like, he goes and you make sure that it's him or nobody else, but that doesn't mean that he can not be your number one receiver and you have that guy you pair him with. Mm-hmm. You can pair him with that guy, and then you've got a heck of a duo there.
Yeah, I mean, look, you got great duos all over the NFL now. So, like, and we've seen most teams with the elite duos are having pretty good seasons, minus the Cowboys. Sorry, Taylor. They just can't get out of their own way. I'm sorry.
I don't really know what, like, running backs have been good, receivers have been good, Dak's been good.
Dak's been a career year for Dak.
Yeah.
What's happening, buddy?
What's happening? I mean, I know you're eye hustling your ex.
They're a team that are good until they have to be, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Like, they'll be good all game long. Crunch time, 4th quarter, you need somebody to step up and do something. They don't do it.
Yep. When they were looking pretty good earlier in the year and winning some games, did you ever, like, send a late night text saying, you up?
I considered it.
You considered it?
But I remembered who I was talking to. I was like, guys are always good at the beginning of the season. Let's just wait till December. Here we are.
You up?
Sorry, Tate.
I don't know. What do y'all think? Melandra, what do you think? Olave, number one?
I've never really thought he was a wide receiver.
You've been harder on him than most, probably, which rightfully so.
I still don't really believe that he is. Like, he had a good game yesterday, but I just don't feel like he has the explosiveness of a wide receiver one, and I really don't even feel like he was really okay. His contract's about to be up, and so now you're gonna try a little harder to try. I get everybody does that, but I just don't feel. I don't know. I've never really thought that Chris Olave is a wide receiver one. I think you need to go get one.
It's an interesting take to it on the whole. Everyone does play a little bit harder on their contract here.
Of course,
sure.
but.
Mm-hmm. All right, Tate, do you think he's a one?
With Tyler Shough, yeah, maybe. You go back and look when Tyler Shough took over as starting quarterback. That's kind of when Olave elevated. Now, is he a guaranteed, like, hey, we're going to that guy, like everybody knows he's a mismatch? No, at least not yet. But go back to last week. I know his numbers don't jump off the page. 6 catches, 85 yards, and a touchdown. It was the game-winning drive. Tyler Shough went to Chris Olave 3 times. It resulted in 2 big first downs and the game-winning touchdown. Yesterday, time and time again, he went to Olave. So it's like, not yet, but they're trending in the right direction. I mean, those two have a special connection right now, and I mean, I don't see why they can't keep this thing going.
Yeah, he likes Juwan Johnson.
Yeah.
He does.
He does like him. Did they say they're roommates?
In college, yeah.
Oh, that's a good way to put it. It's
crazy that they were in college.
Olave is not ever a mismatch with anybody. So that I guess that's probably a little bit what you'd lean to when you look for that number, the traditional, air quote, number one receiver. Like, usually a mismatch. Olave, I don't feel like it's really ever a mismatch. Maybe athletically, like in the slot. But again, I'm not taking anything away from him. Really, really good. Just not a mismatch when it's just
right. He's at the physical presence on the outside, but he is taking steps of now he's making big time plays. Now he's making winning plays for you. He's never going to be that mismatch. But like if you have an Olave and another Olave next to him, like that's a pretty good one too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would be attracted to the Saints if I was a wide receiver free agent. Like I got young quarterback, I got a good play calling head coach, and I got Olave taking attention off of me. Like that'd be pretty. It'd be a pretty attractive landing spot for a big type mismatch type of wide receiver.
I mean, we've said it. He's a really good wide receiver too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very good. Probably one of the best out there if he's actually true number 2.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to RussellPools.com, the website for Russell Pool Company, right here in Baton Rouge. But remember, check out that service area. They can help you here in South Louisiana. Find a full list of services. It's from the start, the very end, and everywhere in between with Russell Pool Company. They'll also be your maintenance for your brand new dream pool in your backyard. You can check out a gallery of work on the website, financing options right there on the homepage as well. All that can be found at russellpools.com.
I know one little lady that's excited about Russell Pools in this room, right over there, to Zed, because Russell Pools may or may not be putting a pool in the Flynn household here coming up pretty soon. Maybe we'll be swimming by summer. Go to Russell Pools, the name in Louisiana. When you think of the highest quality custom pools, and they can build whatever your dream is. So whatever you want, if you want super extravagant resort style, or you want something a little bit more basic, whatever it is, they can draw it, they can design it, they can build it, maintain it right there. RussellPools.com.
For yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
Our troubles will be out of sight.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane's studio. Talked a lot of Saints here in hour number 1. But, Tate, you had another question that you wanted to finish the conversation with?
Yeah, I see a lot of people in the chat, and not just there. People say, man, it sucks that Tyler Shough's already 27 years old. Like, he's so old. You drafted a quarterback. Like, this guy's not a running back or a DB or anything like that. I just look at it. If you hit on Tyler Shough and he's your quarterback for the next 10 years, not only did you nail that pick, he's 37 years old. I mean, Matt Stafford's 37, probably going to win MVP.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers played into his 40s. Brady played till he was 45. Like, I guess I just don't really understand what the problem is.
Matthew?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point. I think, it's a little bit outside of the norm. Like, usually if you hit on a draft and you find your guy, that guy's like 22, 23. I mean, shoot, I think Lamar Jackson's like still 22, basically. I think he was 21 when they got drafted, so he's still young. So I think people would like the comfortability and that warm, fuzzy feeling inside that when they hit somebody in a draft, there's a potential for them to have this Tom Brady-esque type run for 20 years or whatever, which is not going to be possible for if you're 27, of course. But no, it really doesn't matter because what are the odds that a quarterback even stays with you for 10 years?
Right.
Like if you were before this season, let's still like pump the brakes from the expectations with the Saints a little bit. Like we can get excited, and that's great to get excited, and it's good to have that young quarterback on a rookie contract and a young head coach starting to feel it a little bit and get 3 wins in a row. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. Like if you would have said 6 weeks ago, I can find your quarterback for 5 years.
Yeah.
We would have been like,
yeah,
let's go. But yeah, like Taylor said, Stafford's going to win MVP this year at 37. Aaron Rodgers is 42. I mean, you got a guy playing tonight that's 44.
You sure do.
He's a grandfather.
That he is, Derek. That he is.
So 27. Wow. It's a spring chicken.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. I mean, you could play 8 more years and be 35. And if you get 8 years out of a second-round pick, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that doesn't – you're not going to get, 15 years. And if you do, incredible. It's awesome. But it just doesn't happen that way.
Yeah, no. I mean, And also look at
and if it does, like you're going to have a Drew Brees.
Like you've gone a couple of years without a really good quarterback, right? You got a couple of years. But like think about like the Bears. Think about the Jets. Like think about this other turmoil that all like there's franchises that don't find quarterbacks for a decade, right? And you've gone a couple of years without having one, and maybe you got one now. So like even if he is your quarterback for just 5 or 6 years or whatever that is, but from an age standpoint, he can be your quarterback for 10 years and be extremely productive. 10 Super Bowls. Hell, why not? We won 3 games. We just beat the Jets.
That's right.
Super Bowl favorite next year.
By a lot. Wasn't even close.
A couple scores.
Yeah. So I don't worry about that. I think you've changed your draft plan now, but that's a good thing because I think your quarterback has forced you to do so. And again, very healthy quarterback room there in New Orleans. You have 2 guys in the top 25 in QBR this football season.
I'm exhausted right now.
Saints talk.
There's a lot of sports talk that first hour.
More OTV coming back from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to KTZBlinds.com, KTOZBlinds.com, the website for K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. They've been doing it since 2004, and you don't do business that long unless you're doing it the right way every single time. So call Brandon Barton and the team in Baton Rouge in the 337, in the 985. They have got you covered. You can find their contact information top right corner of their website, and you can find out their service area. Check out their team. You can check out what they can do for you, interior and outdoor living. And we say it every day, sometimes both, like they did for me. KTOZBlinds.com.
That's right. K to Z, interiors and outdoor living. Upgrade your house when it comes inside, where you're talking about your window covering, some blinds, some shades, the shutters, or the outdoor. Turn your outdoor living space like to an extension of your indoor living area with those motorized shades that go up and down at the click of a button. Go check them out. K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living, KTZBlinds.com.